Hey, welcome back to our property opportunity this week again. It's me, Yang. Today we have the property investment consultant with us to talk about how the real systems affects the property value. So hi Nicholas.
Hi, Yang.
Could you tell us more about how the transit-oriented development happening in Malaysia real estate market?
Sure. Real estate prices has been always closely related to the availability of public transport. A house located near the public transit will tend to be sold at a premium. This is due to the convenience that public transportation brings to a certain neighborhood. It enables people to travel from one part to the other in relatively short period. So using time as a measurement, time saved in traveling becomes a cost, where this cost is transferred to the cost of buying a house or renting a house. So therefore, the public is able to spend lesser time on transportation and spend more time doing more efficient affairs.
Yeah, I agree. We would like to know what is the impact of the property by the rail system as well.
Alright, rail transit have both positive and negative impacts toward the value of houses. So with a rail transit in a neighborhood, it would attract investment and expansions to that area. Furthermore, value of the houses that in that area will increase by 3%, 40% depending on the distance from the house to the nearest transit. So traffic congestions is decreased and more sideway are introduced. So on the other hand, the noise pollution as well as the privacy concern would drive the value of a houses situated besides the transit to reduce. So living near the transit may not be a disadvantage. So according to Robert Severo and Jim Murakami, in the case of Japan Tokyo Central Railway Corridor, known as the Yamanote Loop, have significant influence to the cost of a house around and along its stations. This is due to the strategic location which led on to an increase of development within the stations as well as the surrounding area. So this development range from entertainment, commercial and recreation.
So could you share with us your study on the number of the increasing value?
Sure. In fact, the study of the public transportation also suggests that a better availability would increase the value of the real estate, based on the study that in any locations which is accessible to the main road, public transport, the retail outlet or convenience store command a higher prices. So in Malaysia, similar trend has started as a report stated that property next to the upcoming MRT station has seen an increase around 11% to 19%. So you see, public rail development are a huge investment for the country. However, a rail transit brings accessibility and also economic transformations to areas which it passes by. Therefore, make the area more desirable. The last major rail development was the light rail transit (LRT), which happened in the year 1999. And the latest major rail development started in the year of 2011, which is, we call it MRT, the Mass Rapid Transit. This project is intended to link Kuala Lumpur to the sub-city. This had led developers to shift their development to areas along the MRT project. MRT stretches 59 kilometers away and most of the areas are uncharted by any rail development. To homeowners, buying a house which are in the strategic location would be a choice of lifetime. So home buyers often willing to pay a premium to stay at a location accessible to a public transit.
Yeah. Can we have some specific numbers or examples on the spike of property prices affected by the rail system?
Sure. In order to determine the correlations between the MRT project and the housing prices surrounding in that area, all 31 stations proposed in the MRT project was categorized into 3 zones, namely industrial zone, commercial zone and residential zone. This zone was done to indicate and possibility to force data as they are also other greater factors that can affect housing market prices. So the first and the last zone, industrial and the residential, had a total of 12 stations. So these 12 stations for each zone, while the remaining 7 stations was attributed to the commercial zone. So based on the finding, residential are shown evidence on increase in the house price due to the MRT station within the zone. So cost of house increased by 15% to 25% depending on that area. So on the other note, the extensions of LRT Proton Line and LRT Star Line has caused houses in the proximity to rise tremendously. So for example, a double-story link house at USJ 6 is sold at 250,000 in the year of 2009. So however, it is now priced around 400,000 to 450,000. So the industrial zone also show a spike in the house price. However, the correlation is lesser in comparison to residential zone, as that area is mainly for industrial purpose and houses are relatively lesser. Furthermore, heavy transportations are more likely to be used in this zone. In commercial zone, there's a little significant in price hike, and houses as commercial zone is the city center, and it is already connected by various public transportations like LRT, monorail and public buses. Also, it is a hub of Malaysia and it connects people from various countries into one strategic locations. So overall, there's a correlation evidence indicating that the recent MRT project does contribute to the increase of housing market prices in the selected zone. So the question lies on the volatility of the price fluctuations once the MRT have been completed. This is because the sudden spike could be a result of a market expectations of obtaining the property near the public transport system, and it may decline once project itself have been completed, which was taken into considerations for our future studies.
So thanks for sharing about this major information to us. So stay tuned to us to know more about property investment knowledge in the next episode. Don't forget to give us a like and share our videos.